is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
On today's episode, we are discussing Finding Mr. Christmas, Season 2, Episode 7, titled Merry Christmas, Mom. We are regularly asking you for your 5-star ratings and your reviews, and I'd like to share a recent one that came in because y'all have been so great with your ratings and reviews. We appreciate you so much. From Laura, who says, I really appreciate the extra info on the movie's cast, crew, etc. The hosts are always so positive and fun.
Is she talking about us?
I think we're fun.
I just admitted on a review that I'm like a level 2 in fun. So, and positive, sure, sometimes.
Well, I think that's appropriate for the show we're talking about now because we say all the time we talk about the show like we're paid to talk about it.
Right.
Which is not something we're opposed to.
Entertaining all offers.
The official Finding Mr. Christmas correspondence.
Oh my God. I would love it.
If you want to keep up with everything from us, y'all follow us on the socials, especially Instagram. That's where we are the most active, and we're Girls Gone Hallmark.
Yeah, Megan has just been like interviewing celebrities left and right over there.
It's a good time.
I know. I thank you so much for doing that because it's my least strongest characteristic.
No, you're great at it. You just got to own it. Yeah, we've talked to some very fun people. You can check out our website. Most recently, we spoke to Daniel Lissing, who is in this past weekend's Single on the 25th, which I'm a big fan of, and of him as well. And we walk into the interview. It was on Zoom. Dude's full-blown Australian. I had no idea. Did you know?
The Hardys are like, hey, dummy.
I know. But I had never seen an interview with him. And what's funny, I was telling Wendy, but he would be talking about scenes with his character Cooper and he would slip into his American accent. I was like, that's like a magic trick.
Oh, well, that's funny. Speaking of interviews, we have another interview dropping today as well. Once you finish up this episode, just roll right into the next one. Is an interview with Robbie Simpson.
Talk about a good time.
Faves. Yeah.
We had
so
much fun. Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you ready to get into episode 7 of Finding Mr. Christmas?
Let's do it.
The final 4 pin holiday cards to their moms before being surprised with live reunions. Icon Sharon Lawrence guides them to channel raw emotion into a heartfelt holiday scene supported by the people who love them best.
The top of my notes say, the one where everyone is crying all the time.
Yeah, including me.
I know.
It got me a couple
too.
times. It got me a couple times, especially from a show that I do expect heart from these shows too, but the last 6 weeks prior have been such a fun ride that this turn of events really took me by surprise.
No Crisco Mountain in sight.
None. And let me talk before we get into the episode. I didn't mind this episode. Again, the tone was a little bit different than what we have come to expect. But you know what I'm missing from season 1? I'm missing the improv challenge.
Yes, that was so good.
The dance challenge.
Why don't I have any memory of the dance challenge?
Whitney from Dancing with the Stars was the pro who was on there.
Yes.
Remember?
And Elijah killed it.
Yep, she took them through a dance, because sometimes our Hallmark movies have dancing in them, and maybe you're not a dancing expert. So,
yeah.
Anyway, I wish, like Survivor, where you get reoccurring challenges, like fan favorite challenges. If anybody's listening,
bring it back
at the Finding Mr. Christmas team. Like, I want the improv challenge and I want the dance challenge.
But please keep in the slip and slide mountain challenge every year.
Love that.
It'll never not be funny to me.
No shade to Hallmark, but this letter writing challenge does not land with me.
Well, before we talk about the letters, we do start with some casual cornhole and mild trash talk up top.
Trash talk?
Yeah, they're kind of like, the guys are kind of clowning each other, and Angel's like, I feel like we're in a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
And then Marcus goes around and tells everyone what he's learned from them.
Which is nice.
Very nice. Very, if you follow the pattern we've been following, and are they giving us clues up top? I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Oh, no.
Oh, no, Marcus.
This is Marcus's special moment.
Mm-hmm.
Jump to the workshop, to the opening challenge that you did not love. And I will admit, it wasn't the most dynamic of our festive face-offs, for sure.
I mean, it was your Wayne's World. What's the line?
New print, little, yellow, different, with the Hallmark card collaboration set up all over the table.
All over. I mean, look, I get it. I get it, guys. But this episode was heavy on Hallmark and heavy on Balsam Hill.
Oh,
and
gosh.
I'm like,
There were some awkward Balsam Hill transitions mid-scene. It would just be like, zoom in on an ornament, cut to Angel and Sharon Lawrence talking. I was like, they had not reached their contractual obligation for Balsam Hill shots in this episode, apparently.
I guess not. We'll get to that. The cards sprinkled on the table, and they're not laying flat. They better be up the back of the card so you can see the Hallmark crown. Look, I get it. I'm a Hallmark shopper, too. I like their cards. Their card game is strong, but I was like, okay, this is what we're doing.
I was just in a Hallmark the other day buying ornaments and Home Alone plushies.
Did your Hallmark have the Tyler Hines cutout in it by chance?
It did not.
Last season they had a Lacey Chabert.
Yeah. You took a picture with it?
Sure did. I saw that they had Tyler Hines this year, but my local one did not have it.
Mine
You know, those workers are probably like, I'm going to take this home with me. I would. Could you imagine? My daughter has a cardboard Harry Styles in her room. I would just put the cardboard Tyler Hines in the loft. What do you want?
Do you remember our cardboard Barry Watson?
I do. Yes. If somebody from Hallmark is listening, look, I know I'm bagging a little bit today, but I would love a cardboard Tyler Hines. I think that would. Could you imagine us podcasting? Put Tyler Hines in the room with us. I think it's hilarious. I would love if somebody could make that happen. That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh, dreams do come true. Put it on the Christmas list. So the assignment is write a Christmas card to your biggest super fan, your mom. Marcus is like, what I notice is he has a rough draft. Like he has a pad of paper he's writing it out on. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice that.
And then Rustin, while Marcus is working and we're on a time crunch, Rustin's like talking about the cards his mom has sent him over the years. And if I was Marcus, I would be like, bro, I gotta focus right now. Like,
stop interrupting me. I'm trying.
And then Jonathan's like, 5 minutes. And what I love is Melissa walks around like a school teacher, peeking over their shoulders, like checking their work.
Yeah, cute. I love Melissa.
And I was like, man, what are we doing here? And then my brain was like, duh, they're gonna bring in the moms.
Hold up. I just had a thought. If you listen to our review of an Alpine holiday last week, we talked about how we wanted to hang out with Lucy Guest and Ashley Williams.
Melissa needs to be there too.
We need to add Melissa to our girl gang. Yes.
100,000%.
Okay. Go. Carry on.
Like in the final moments of the challenge, Craig, Mr. Bold Decisions is back. And he
diabolical. What is he doing here?
He slathers on lipstick and kisses the card. And Jonathan's like, oh, I was like, that's not the reaction.
Mr. Bold Swings. Oh my God. I was like, what? That's.
Well, why was there lipstick on set is my question.
Well, probably. Well, you know, I'm sure the guys have makeup, right? And there probably was a makeup person, you know, in the wings.
Do you think he just went and stole it from the on-set makeup artist who's there to touch up Melissa Peterson's lip?
He's like, I got a great idea. Can I?
To me, it looked like he was going to the props table that they were using for their cards. It just was bizarre. I'm like, who's leaving a lippy out for you to do this? Anyway.
Yeah. That was so interesting to me.
So out come the moms, and nothing like these boys breaking down, seeing their moms to just wreck me.
When Angel yells, Mommy, I immediately lose it.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, this entire time I'm watching this going like, where is my improv, like festive face-off or whatever? And then Angel just cold clocks me with a mommy.
I know, just these boys with their moms, they just needed someone there for them. I'd love to know the timeline. How long have they been here?
The moms?
No, the guys. How long have they been in the house?
I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, are they filming this in 2 weeks? Is it 3-week production?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? That's a good question. Mm-hmm. That's a really good question. Jonathan's like, great, you guys wrote your cards. Now we're going to make you read them in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And Craig goes first, gets immediately choked up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what is really funny? Not really funny. Not any of this is funny, but Craig's mom, I was like, oh, that's Craig's mom. She commented on an Instagram story of ours. And so it was like just nice to put two.
She did?
That's all. Remember when I saw Craig in the audience of Dancing with the Stars? And I was like, is that Craig? She replied, yes, that's my son.
Oh.
I'm like, hey, that's Craig's mom. So that's all.
Oh, full circle moment.
Totally.
One thing I like about Craig's card is he does a bit about writing from the North Pole, which I thought was just a cute little, I thought it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right.
Yeah, I
the
liked
North
it.
Pole. Yeah. And he ends with a P.S. Jonathan is taken, so don't even think about it. And Jonathan cracks up at this.
Yeah, it's a knee slapping crack up.
It really is. Angel sobs through his letter. We have gotten so much of Angel's talking about his mom. I'm not dogging on it. It is, however, a little bit disproportionate to some of the other family stories we've gotten from these guys. We just know a lot about Angel's mom and her sacrifices. I find it interesting the stories they choose to tell. And he reiterates how much she did for them in their coming to this country, how hard she worked. It's very touching.
Yeah, he's like sobbing. He's
Indeed
thanking her. He's saying he's forever grateful. I mean, my cold, dead heart was feeling things.
Mm-hmm.
Rustin goes next, and he nervously laughs at first, but as he starts to read like his poem, because like he nervously laughs because he knows the emotion is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta tell you, his poem lands.
It really did. He ends with every night.
So good.
I dream of the stars she sees.
Oh, remind me. I know he plays music. Does he write music too? He does, right?
Probably.
Remember in the talent show, he sang that song about his wife, about meeting his wife.
I think he's, singer, songwriter.
Yeah, good stuff.
His mom's,
way to lean into like what you know.
Melissa's really touched by this, and she says it's like you have an invisible cloak of power knowing that you have the support of your mother. Melissa, the mom in the group, I think having a moment throughout this entire episode. Like, she understands those mom vibes.
Every time they cut to show her,
She's crying.
Like her eyes were welled up. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Marcus goes last. He flips the script by saying he's her super fan. And he does start off with a steady voice, but the emotion does get the best of him. And when he says, I want to cherish every moment we have left together, my heart breaks. And we don't know the full story of her diagnosis and her path. And obviously it's not for us to know, but it did make me very worried.
Well, yeah, we've gotten breadcrumbs of her health situation. I mean, I think there's an understanding, but this was brutal for me when he's like, I want to cherish every remaining moment. I don't know if he said that, but I was like, oh, I couldn't.
He does. He says, I want to cherish every moment we have left together.
Ugh. Stop it right now.
Punched me in the stomach. And then I'm like, how are they going to pick a winner? And then I was like, well, then it's going to be Marcus. But then fortunately, they didn't have to pick a winner.
Yeah, good thing. JB's like, you all win. Everybody's a winner. Everybody gets to spend time with their moms, which is nice. I mean, it's very Survivor-esque where you bring in your family to kind of give you that final push.
Yeah.
at the end of the competition.
And I know we did this last season. I remember Ezra's sister
We
coming
did?
in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Barbara.
Oh, Barbara, she was so pretty. Yeah,
Mhm.
you're right. They brought in family members, but this one was very mom heavy. And
Yes. It does work really well because we feed into our star quality challenge. Jonathan goes, it's going to be tremendous. And I was like, what does that have to do with anything? It's a freaking product placement for Balsam Hill. Before we go to the star quality challenge, the guys all get a chance to connect with their moms. They're all really sweet, but once again, Angel's is the one that really touches me. His mom says he gives great honor to the family name. And then Angel goes on to say such nice things about the other guys.
yeah, I enjoyed this scene. You know, I feel when we have such a small group now, we have like all this kind of like filler. And I'm not suggesting that the scenes with their mom and the guys was filler, but it kind of is filler. if you
Yeah,
know
it's
what I'm
outside of the
talking about.
challenges, sure.
Yeah, I thought Rustin and his mom's talk was nice when he tells her, like, she asks, what's your favorite moment been so far? And he's like, oh, you walking in. I loved that. I was like, the man knows what to say, when to say it. Thought that was great. Craig's mom brought him a New York sweatshirt or sweater, which I thought was
You're
cute.
always at home with us.
Yeah, I was like, Santini. As soon as I saw it, I said, Santini. Again, Angel and his mom, I thought was really quite moving. But for me personally, I thought it was Marcus and his mom's conversation.
It was the most
you know,
real.
He's checking in on her. And I swear to God, Robbie's influence is all over Marcus's emotional growth.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Like they had those moments 2 episodes ago outside talking about death of their parents, et cetera, et cetera. Like I feel like maybe Marcus is in a not an easier spot, but like a more open, vulnerable, having these kind of hard conversations on camera. I don't know if he would have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was very moving to me.
I think so too. The whole time I was thinking, especially for Marcus, it was nice that they got this chance to connect with their moms, but having to have some of these emotional conversations on camera must have been a little bit challenging.
Oh, 100%.
So let's take a quick break and we are going to come back and talk about the Star Quality Challenge. So, of course, we're back. Let's talk the Star Quality Challenge. Since their moms are here, this challenge is going to be focusing on family. They're coming home from the holidays. They're having a special sponsored moment with their moms, decorating a Balsam Hill tree.
A sponsored moment.
But we bring in the GOAT. Sharon Lawrence is their co-star.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
First of all, she's a tiny human being. Like I want to just put her in my pocket. She's little. And talk to me about the skincare routine, Sharon.
Oh my gosh.
Especially in the elimination cave. I was like, damn, she looks good.
I don't know that I had full appreciation for Sharon Lawrence before this, but the woman can act.
Right? She was great.
She's really special to Jonathan. She played his mom in the 2 Christmas House movies. And then Jonathan shared that his mom had passed and Sharon stepped into that mom role and she was their flower girl at their wedding.
This is new news to me. I didn't know Jonathan's mom had passed.
I didn't either. So has his dad. Both his parents have.
Oh, really? Oh, that makes me so sad. I mean, it just makes me sad. I guess it's not information everybody needs to know about which Hallmark actors
No, of
parents
course.
have passed. It just completely took me by surprise when he mentioned it in this episode.
Well, especially because I've heard, probably because he's done so much press, I've heard him talk a lot about his parents and how supportive they were of his path in life. So it adds an extra layer to that they're no longer here. And he made a Keller Christmas Vacation, partly in tribute to his dad. So the guys start by running lines with their moms. This to me, we saw this in a previous episode. When they're running lines, I'm like, oh God, we are in trouble here.
Yeah. Do you think it's the scene partner? Or do you think it's just the execution of like reading the lines back and forth? Because it was not great.
I don't know what's the catalyst here, but they're not fully in the moment. And so they're just reading lines. They're not having a moment. And it just makes me, I'm like, wow, I don't want to watch that at all.
No, it's like a car crash.
Yeah.
Right?
Full disclosure that we are not actors, nor could we do this job. And this whole thing is so incredibly brave.
100%. Like, you couldn't pay me.
No, we're just over here behind a microphone dropping judgment. So
Even like when you and I do, like when we read sponsored ads, like I cringe
an hour
hard
to get
at
through it. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, I'm drawn to people who can do their craft and do it well. So, like, look, you guys, bravo to you. What I laughed in this scene was Marcus's mom goes like a little off script, and he's like, look, you can read the script. Like, you don't need to improv here, Mom.
Yeah. Just read the lines.
I laughed so hard. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need you acting. Craig's first. He knows he's got to bring the emotions. Craig, to me, had the best entrance to the set. Something about the way he walks on, the most dramatic knock knock. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. You and Melissa both, because Melissa noted it as well.
Yeah. And especially once we were able to compare it to the others, I was like, well, nobody beat Craig's entrance. The moms are sitting with Jonathan and Melissa. And this is the moment where I'm like, oh, Sharon Lawrence is so good. But Craig gets kind of heated. Like,
he's like, Mom,
yeah.
Mom.
I'm like,
Mom. Yeah.
Why are we shouting at her? And then I note Craig seems to find emotion by whispering.
My notes say a lot of whispering. Look, I like Craig. Me too. I like Craig a lot. I think Craig does comedy best.
Yeah.
And so these kind of more dramatic roles, maybe he just needs some more work. I don't know.
What do you think about Craig's choice to kiss Sharon Lawrence on the cheek at the end of their scene?
Tame compared to what's going to come next.
Fair. Okay, fair.
You know what is really funny?
Well, Angel is up next, and I wrote, interesting that Sharon seamlessly adapts her performance to what the guys are bringing.
Oh, well, she's a pro.
She is. But seeing it like this, where you see the different energies the guys are bringing, the different tone they bring, and how she adapts her performance is different every single time to match the energy of who she's performing with.
Do you remember in season 1 when Rachel Boston was on? She did the same thing. I was so drawn to Rachel Boston and her scenes that she did last year on Finding Mr. Christmas. I was like, whoa, she's outstanding.
That's our Rachel Boston origin story right there.
Yeah, exactly. And she kind of tailored her scene too to what the energy the guys brought. But yes, Sharon is amazing here. Amazing.
Yes.
A couple of notes during Angel's scene.
Mm-hmm.
He says in his talking head he's never played a son before. I'm like, you are a son. This should not be that big of a stretch.
Right. This isn't a world you don't know. It's not like we're asking you to play an elephant.
I was going to say like a astronaut or whatever, but yeah, exactly. I find his emotion believable in his scene, but he does a hair tuck that leaves me very uncomfortable.
Yes, I said Angel doing a hair tuck might be too intimate for a mother-son scene.
That's a nice way to put it. We talk about the simple act of a hair tuck is so moving in a regular, and moving I mean like makes you feel things.
Yes.
Like in a regular Hallmark movie, like it's one of our favorite things because it's so nuanced.
Mm-hmm.
Here was no, this is a mother and a son. I was very uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, me too. I was too.
And I was surprised that Melissa and Jonathan liked it.
Well, this is exactly where my notes say that because the moms are sitting with Jonathan and Melissa, we don't get real-time commentary or criticism because they're not going to do that.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, of course.
But also, Angel's mom is very overcome watching him. And separate from this hair tuck situation, I kind of get it. Like watching your kid getting to realize their dreams or the chance to realize their dreams. I was touched by her emotion.
Yeah, of course. Me too.
What I don't love is the like pull back to heaven overshot of the end of each scene.
It's very soap opera-y, don't you think so?
Yes.
I was
don't
watching
love
this with
it.
my daughter. I was like, why are they doing that?
My guess is that they were trying to get them to be able to find their cameras. That was part of what they were doing. Part of also like with the gift in the right spot, which we'll discuss.
Yeah.
They wanted to make sure that they were aware of those other things happening in the scene.
I bet that's what it was, and we just don't have that context. They didn't explain it. Yeah, I definitely think so.
Marcus is next. I thought Marcus's "it's okay to not be okay" line was the best delivery we've seen up to this point.
Okay, well, first of all, he comes in with that smile.
I know.
His smile is so good. I don't hate his scene.
No, it's when he sits down with her and we see a confessional with him where he says, I'm struggling to stay in the scene, and he starts to forget his lines. And I don't, is it the emotion of it all? Is it the got to find your mark, got to keep the gift, got to look what's happening? He does forget a few lines, but I think he does fine. And again, if you rewatch it, the first two, when he does the "it's okay to not be okay," he's the one who feels like he's not delivering a line. He pauses in the right spot.
Yeah.
He picks up the gift and Jonathan's like, no, you're not supposed to pick up the gift, which to me was like, oh, they didn't talk about one of the challenges of this scene is make sure you know your camera angles and all of that.
Yeah.
But that was clearly they needed to be able to get that overshot of the gift. And Sharon course corrects. She puts it back. She's like, let's put this on the table for safety.
Yeah, she did a good job. I mean, Sharon did a good job. She knew what she needed to do here. Is this Marcus's fatal flaw, though? Like, is this what is going to get him eliminated?
To me, is this on its own enough to get him eliminated? Maybe not, but cumulatively, perhaps, if we're looking at the history of the other three guys remaining. Are there stronger performances in their portfolio overall? Let's talk about Rustin.
You know, Rustin is a fan favorite. He was an early favorite of mine. He comes in, the second he starts, I felt myself welling up. And I don't know why. Mostly because I feel like Rustin can act, in my opinion. And he, to me, felt raw. He felt connected. It was emotional. I was like, I'm watching Finding Mr. Christmas. I'm watching the winner here.
My husband did not watch this whole episode, but he watched the last half with me and he was like, oh, he wins. Like, he's the winner of this scene.
Yeah, I think he crushes it.
He finds, in my opinion, real emotion, and his mom celebrating behind the camera was real cute.
I feel like him and his mom are like cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. They're both very like positive people. I just think it's so like wild to me to see like, oh yeah, you two are definitely related, Anyway, I thought Rustin was great, but again, that ending crane shot from above is so bizarre.
It honestly ruined the moment for me. I just have to because it felt cheesy.
Yes, totally.
Okay, let's talk. The guys say goodbye to their moms, and then we debrief with Jonathan, Melissa, and Sharon. Sharon said she felt the emotion from each actor. Sharon's a very generous critiquer, in my opinion. She says he was lovely and warm and exhibited fragility, but they talk about not keeping the box in the right spot, and Melissa and Jonathan wanted more emotion from him.
I felt bad for Marcus, to be honest. I thought he did so well.
So much growth from him, right?
Yeah, I was going to say he's come a long way. I feel like he struggled. Like there's too much. His mom's real life challenges are like so interweaved in this. Like I just think like it must have been very difficult for him.
Agreed. I think that's a tough scene for him to take on given what he's got going on.
Exactly.
Next up, we are talking about Craig. Melissa, she knows he's got the comedy chops, but feels like he maybe went a little too hard on some of the lines.
Mom.
Yeah.
That line.
Yeah. But I didn't hate Craig's performance. I mean, that's who Craig is in that moment, right? Like, that's what he's going to bring to that character. But I thought Craig did okay.
Yeah, I don't hate his choice. It is totally acceptable for a child of a parent to be like annoyed or angry with your parent, right? Like, hey, like he's trying to snap her out of it.
Yeah.
It's a choice. I didn't hate it at all.
We get opposing opinions about Rustin. Sharon says he's very skilled and they really got into the emotion, but Melissa said she wasn't surprised by the performance and she wanted to be surprised.
This is where I'm like,
what does that mean?
I feel like I'm like, is Rustin our winner here? Because I feel like they try to throw something at us that like gets us off the
scent.
the trail. Yeah, the scent of the winner. So but I don't know.
I could not possibly guess based on the way this show has gone up to this point.
Definitely.
Finally, Sharon says about Angel, he was very physical and very vulnerable. This was the moment to say, like, maybe a hair tuck wasn't the right move. No one says it.
They were like, well, we love the hugs at the end. I was like, the hugs were fine.
Sure.
The hair tuck was a choice. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it just read different on camera for us.
Maybe.
Because maybe I would love if you're listening to this episode and you're like, what are you guys talking about, Megan and Wendy? Like, that was a great scene. Please email us at girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com. I honestly floored.
And maybe to everyone else, that hair tuck isn't the like mildly sexy move that we think it is.
Yeah.
That and a forehead kiss. I'm in. Let's take a quick break and come back and talk about the elimination. We are in the elimination cave for the second to last time, and I need to make a confession.
What?
The guys come walking in, and they always film them in a little bit of slow motion. Last week's episode, my friend Karen is watching Finding Mr. Christmas because of us, and every week we text back and forth. I'm like, you got to tell me your thoughts. And then we're kind of on the same page. She was like, if you're going to wear a white tuxedo jacket, you should probably wear socks. I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. She was like, well, the editors obviously noticed because they did a slow-mo zoom in on Rustin's bare ankles. So because of that, me, the least observant person on the planet, had a visual of what Rustin was wearing last week. Rustin comes in again in a white tuxedo jacket. And now, 7 episodes in, I'm going, they wear the same thing to every single elimination cave.
Duh.
Literally, this is the first time I've noticed.
The no sock.
It's a look. I know.
It's a look. It's a look.
I know. You know, it's so funny that you say that because I was on TikTok and a wedding planner had posted like a clip of a video and everyone was like, groom's not wearing socks. The groom's not wearing socks. And she commented every single time. She's like, that's fashion, baby. Like, so anyway, it's a look.
I mean, I see Andy Cohen every single night on Watch What Happens Live, especially during the summer months.
Sockless?
There's with a suit. It's a thing.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure and then I was like, oh, look, Craig does wear that green jacket every single week. How did I not notice Rustin's in a white how? I'll see myself out. You may need a new podcasting partner because this one is broken.
You're not broken. I think we're always like, oh, look what Melissa's wearing.
Sure.
Ooh, like we're always like, and with fewer guys, I think then you start to notice these things, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure the guys were told, bring one nice
elimination
outfit that you're gonna wear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now if it was women, I bet you it's different every single time. Like the bachelor or bachelorette, they're in different dresses all the time, right?
Uh-huh.
And maybe it's also for continuity. Maybe they use other scenes, shot scenes, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the theme of this episode is that we are at the point we're making a choice like splitting hairs. I think every single person on this show said that in this episode. Did you notice that at all?
No, I didn't.
Everyone says it. Marcus is like, oh, we're down to the wire. It's like splitting hairs. And then Jonathan comes in. He's like, we're splitting hairs at this point, which I get. We're down to 4. Everyone's making good choices. Someone's got to go. So potentially you're going to go based on just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
putting the box in the wrong place. Sharon again.
Do you think Marcus walked away from this experience and he's like, damn it, if I didn't pick up that box, I could have won this show?
Sharon respects all the work that they've put in, and she's a professional. She knows how hard this is. And I'm like, Jonathan starts talking about what the winner did, and I'm like, oh, Rustin's going to win.
Oh, they fooled you this time.
Yeah, my notes say Rustin is going to win, and then my notes say, whoa, it's Angel.
Yeah, no shade to Angel. I enjoy Angel a lot, but I kind of thought Rustin was going to win this one.
I did too.
Honest.
I did too. This is Angel's first Star Quality Challenge win, and they announce that he's guaranteed to be in the finale. They tell Rustin he was consistent and grounded, and his performance was safe, but also it was good enough to also guarantee his spot in the finale.
I mean, I'm actually happy for Rustin. They cut to him like in a talking head where he's like, he's stoked. That's what he said. Like, he set out to win this thing, and he's in the finale. So good for him.
Craig and Marcus are, of course, our bottom two. And Craig, they say you came in a little bit too hot. Be careful about taking risks. And then Jonathan says to Marcus, when you're in the pocket, you're a movie star, but you struggle with consistency. And Marcus is eliminated, and we get Jonathan's patented elimination tears. And I don't envy anyone this choice to send Marcus home this week after what he just went through with his mom. We're down to the final four. This is hard.
It's hard. Yeah. Yeah. It stings.
One final button on the episode as Marcus goes to take his stocking down. My husband says, God, those are ugly stockings. And what was the choice to choose that burnt gold color?
It's a little Timberland to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like rustic. I don't know.
Yeah.
What I noticed about that is that the final guy's 3 stockings are all next to each other. Was that from original? Like, that's where they were hung?
I have to assume they rehung them, so it's not like weirdly spaced.
Maybe.
Unless that's an Easter egg that's been there this whole time.
Maybe. Just like
we should go back and look.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I remember from episode 1, Craig talking about his stocking and where it was at, but I would have to go back and look to see if our final 3 were actually next to each other the entire time.
Interesting. Well, next week is our finale.
I'm not ready. I just love this show so much.
I know.
I want more than 1 season a year.
Well, I think there's an argument to be made for this being a summer season.
Oh, couldn't? Yeah, don't you agree?
Yeah, I think timing, it would be nice to have it in the summer because we're going to get the finale and then less than a week later, the movie is going to come out. And I understand kind of that excitement of it, and there's something to be said. But also, if we were to get it in the summer, we could get this person promoting their movie all season long and talking about it. And it's just such a tight turnaround. And I think there's an argument to be made for it to be a summer show.
I think so too. I definitely think so.
Also, I just really briefly, Hallmark dropped surprise news of a new reality show, Second Chance Love, coming exclusively to Hallmark Plus. Do you think this means a return to exclusive Hallmark Plus streaming of Hallmark's unscripted content? Is this is the writing on the wall?
I don't know. I don't know.
Look, I'll take Finding Mr. Christmas back in any form. So if it means it has to return purely on streaming, I'm okay with that. But I want it on linear. I want it to have the widest audience possible. I want it back, though.
Oh, I definitely want it back for a season 3. Like, if they're listening, if Hallmark is listening to us, like, please bring this show back for a season 3.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. If you love this podcast, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. Drop them if you got them. We'll be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.